Time to do a video! Yay! I have the radio on today. Background noise. I think that's always better. Gives you something to listen to while you look at my face. I'm currently heating my second toaster waffle of the day, which I think is fairly acceptable considering I haven't eaten at all, and I woke up at 5 this morning, and it's currently ooh, toaster waffle. I have a toaster waffle. That was uncomfortably close, I think, between us. We won't repeat that. I earlier mentioned that I woke up at 5 this morning. Yay. I failed to mention also that I went to sleep at 3:34 this morning, which is alright, I think, personally, because I tend to be more interesting when I'm sleep deprived. I don't know why. I made a Twitter. I made a vow to never make a Twitter, and if I don't know, 3 a.m. this morning, I no longer needed reason for what I chose to do. Which was relieving, made a Twitter. That's cool. Made a Flickr. I don't even take photos. Unless they're of me. I don't really know what I did. I made a drawing today. I'll be back. Some toast waffle. This I made in class because, a bit difficult to do a class. German, when I can't speak German. Isn't he cute? This is my little internet man. And it's a picture, and I made it for you. And a little side note, yeah, I do find it very odd. A little bit of irony there that I guess only sleep-deprived people would notice. So why does he look like this? And of course, hair/fur, which, oh, yes, also because furry things seem to just work on the internet, like cats and dogs and hairy men. Maybe not that hairy. Man should really be internet famous, I think, because he's all of those things. Plus more. He's in black and white. I made another drawing because I finally gave in to the temptation to see Charlie Is So Cool videos yesterday. The reason I was resisting the temptation in the first place, it's because I have a thing which really should keep me off the internet, full stop. Or blogging or webcomics, mostly webcomics, and YouTube channel, TV series, book series, pretty much anything, even Facebook pages. If I look at something like the latest or one part of what I know is like a series or has some sort of backstory that interests me, usually everything interests me, so it's almost always like this. But if I see something that interests me, and don't worry, there's no clicky thing here, so I don't know why I'm doing this. I will follow the backstory to the beginning, regardless of how long it takes me. There's a webcomic called The Red String, and it's an American comic writer who wrote in sort of a Japanese style for these comic series, and there are hundreds, if not thousands, episodes, and I spent a week every day of my holiday filling up my history box and clearing it and going as far back, like I start at the beginning and I go that way. And the same with a webcomic called, which really kicked off my webcomic thing, as far as the looking back, which was questionable content. He literally does have a couple thousand episodes, so I went through all of those. I started at around 1,000, like that's when I came in, so I had to go back, watch all the 1,000 before, start watching since then, and yeah, it's a really bad habit. Like I do the same with blogs as well. Like I'll see a Tumblr blog, which I now have as well, and I will go back 15, 17 pages of complete and utter hipster reblog nonsense because I decided I have to go to page 1, which frustrates me. been resisting going to see Charlie's videos because, not because I didn't think they would be good. I knew they'd be good. I knew that I'd like them. Therefore, I knew that I would be going back 4 years, something like that. 3 maybe. 3 years worth of vlogs and videos, and quite frankly, it's not a healthy thing for me. Like, I don't want to go and see every single thing that person has ever put on the internet, but I have to do it. It's like stalker is built into my brain. That didn't sound right. Shouldn't have said that one. 2011's worth of videos, 2010's, and 2008's, and a selection of 2007's. It became like 3:30 in the morning, and I decided I should probably rest before school. Because, yes, I go to school. Again, which is stupid. I finished school, but I have to go to school to stay in Germany. Like, it's the obligation thing. So, that there are journals like this around, but this one's mine. So, therefore, it's particularly important. So, this is my little random Charlie McDonald drawing, which, funnily enough, started out as a drawing of someone else. Like, no one I knew, but not Charlie McDonald. And not Charlie McDonald as a skeleton. Charlie McDonald, if he did die and come back as like a Tim Burton-esque skeleton with a suit, would probably still have a pretty big YouTube following. Well, that's it for me today, I think, maybe. I might upload something later. I don't know. I don't really know what's going on. I'm still in the phase where I don't need a reason to do anything. So, I love you very much. Goodbye.